All right, welcome to
No,
Saturday
when did
edition
you
of Indie
get
Nerd
this?
Collective Debates. We got all your favorite hostess was the mostest in the house right here. We got royalty in house. Mr. Arcade Stoner, JT's here, Matisse is here, and of course I'm here, Juicebox. So we have this is going to be our first video debate. So uh, definitely keep tuned. We're going to have lots of conversations that you might enjoy or find extremely distasteful because a lot of us are heretics.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's not gonna matter. So for this episode, what we're gonna go with something simple, but a root of all debates: the best villain. Who wants to take the floor?
That should be Arcade Stone.
Best
The villain that
villain.
I most agree with, the villain that I can most see myself in, just that guy as an overall villain. All for one. All for one, bro. Like when you sit there and you really think about what my man was doing, bro. My man, he was like the ultimate villain to me. And he used to smack All Might all in the fucking face like he was a whole bitch. Just keeping it real with you, bro. What you got to say, bro? I see you shaking your head, bro.
Let the battle begin. But let's not forget, your main villain, your favorite villain, got his shit smacked up before the series started. So hard that nigga had to go into hiding. Granted, when he popped out, he popped out. But All Might put his forearm into that nigga's skull. That's how
He
it was
did.
off screen. He off screened him. First of all, he got no villain got off screen.
He did. He did. He did. But
He
see,
supposed
that's
to
the
be the
thing.
big bad thief. And then
I
we
ain't gonna
met.
hold you, bro. I fuck with All Might, but All Might isn't my favorite. When we go down to it, my favorite villain, you already should notice by now, Master of the fucking East, bro. Motherfucking Mr. Asia, bro. That nigga, how you finesse a nigga? Have his brother working for you, but you acting like, nah, I don't even know that nigga for real, bro. We just trying to stop some shit. But nigga, you was a part of the plan. You put the building blocks together for real, for real. Let's be serious, bro. At the end of the day, it don't take much to be a good villain, but to be a great villain, you gotta be that guy, bro. You gotta be him.
Speaking of, yo guy got shit on to girl, younger to girl, the big buff ass nigga from Yu Yu Hakusho. He's one of the best villains in all of that. Period.
Younger Toguro?
Yeah, younger to girl. Yeah, actually, don't get it twisted. The younger one is the buff. The older one is
He wasn't a villain though.
He
okay,
wasn't.
okay. Let me get this right. The guy that came to the parking lot, destroyed the parking lot with his bare fist, killed the antagonist, killed the protagonist with T-shirt, and threatened to kill him and the rest of his homies. If he just didn't run the fade, it's not a villain. The master of run me my fade, don't run from me. It's not a villain. I would like to hear this out.
No, he's a
Uh,
crash
be-
out.
because one thing, and I would say this signifies that you haven't watched the show recently or to the end, is the fact that Genkai had no issues with him killing her. Why? Because they all knew what was needed to push Yusuke to the edge
Okay.
in order to unlock his powers. So they had been planning for this from the very beginning because Toguro couldn't get to that level that they were trying to push Yusuke to. And they all knew about what that other spirit detective was doing in the spirit world to allow the demons there. Toguro had reached his max, so he sacrificed Genkai and himself to allow Yusuke to reach higher levels so he can go and resolve the issue with their other spirit detective, that villain one, whatever the fuck his name is.
Okay, I hear your point, and I vastly disagree. all because they had a noble reason for doing an evil thing. Don't make the shit cool. Like at the end of the day, they really didn't need to push that nigga to that movie. They didn't. Granted, yeah, there was gonna. He's only granted in the grand scheme of things. Goro in his demon form was only a demon. Come to find out, he's mid-tier demon at best. At best, he's mid-tier. So there's granted a whole nother level of shit beyond him. But for at the point of the series, nobody was a bigger asshole slash aura farmer at that point. For Yusuke, him, granted, the original Yuji, the original fuck you, run knees, man, woman, child. If you in the ring with me, you catch your knees. Nah, yeah, but yeah, I understand what you saying. I just your whole point is that don't make him a villain. He a villain.
No, he's not a villain because they all knew what was
abandoned
needed
his
to be done.
humanity to get that power.
Yeah, he knew he did what he needed to do to save humans. So in order to
he did not.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, he did.
to save humans. No, to get stronger. No.
To get stronger and save humans, because what was he trying to do? Do you remember why he was trying to get that strong?
Yeah, him and Genkai were on some magic team force thing. They was out there solving spirit crimes and kicking demon ass.
Sometimes you got to become a monster to hunt the monsters. Like, come on.
But they weren't even real spirit detectives though.
Did they need to be? Is Kuwabara a real spirit detective?
Yes.
He's not.
Yes.
He's not a real spirit detective.
Yes.
Neither is Hiei. Hiei is not a real spirit detective. Neither is Kurama. Kurama's not a real spirit detective.
We're not talking about those.
No, but what I'm saying is
Konoha.
you don't have to be a spirit detective in order to do spirit detective work.
I agree.
Because
However,
Botan isn't a spirit detective either.
that being said, that was not their fucking job. They were spirit detectives. They do their goddamn job. They had.
If they
didn't need to do that.
they was on a crew. They was if you running hot game and you got your boys with you, you don't think your boys are gonna help you? Are they gonna be like disloyal to you? Why are you gonna be running with a crew that's disloyal to you? They ain't gonna help you with the work.
Before the series started, Kurama was on the crew too. How'd that shit work out?
Kurama was on a crew and they betrayed him. That what you call that big Goku. Goku betrayed them all. Goku betrayed them all because he was looking to kill him.
True.
But my point is, yeah, crews link up and then they fall apart. Migos, the Beatles, the Beat-Alls. It happens, bro. Sometimes rock stars, they get a little big, they get a little heavy. Somebody get out on solo missions like Tagoro was doing. Go out on solo missions, they can be bigger bag and transform to some member because he's a dickhead.
Yeah.
They needed to do that because they both knew what was going on. Otherwise, Genkai would have gone and killed them.
Why would Genkai have killed him?
Because she doesn't want him to turn into a demon. But she let him do it because she knew what was needed.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. I disagree with you, but my point is, you're not finna out-villain me today, sir. You're not finna out-villain me today.
Hey, look, man. Look. I get what both of y'all niggas are saying the whole time. Tagoro was just a crash out. He was just a crash out.
So let's argue that.
He was a professional crash out.
Not a villain. Have you ever seen a crash out that wasn't a villain? Have you ever seen a holy crash out?
Yes.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
anime?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't you consider
Yuji's a box. Yuji's a hand throw. He's a crash out. Don't tell him.
Bro from Blue Exorcist.
Okay.
He's a holy crash out.
Soul from Soul Eater. When he starts playing the piano. Whole crash out.
The Sin of Pride from Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh, because he has crash out moments don't make him a crash out. Like a crash out is
Soul
somebody
has
that-
always been a crash out though.
Crash out is somebody that needs to.
Professional crash out.
They're doing something to actively not crash out at that time. Broly is the next crash out. As soon as he gets to getting there, that's over with. You can't talk that nigga down for shit. Meliodas when his face transformed, when his eye do the thing. That's a crash out. That's
Okay.
Meliodas isn't a crash out. He crashes out, but he's not a crash out. But when he does that face with his eye and the backhand, crash out. Crash out. Crash
Ah,
out.
Soul is absolutely a crash out because he wants to keep playing that piano.
I see your argument. I just can't get jiggy. I get it.
Why can't you get jiggy with it, bro? Stop what you doing. Stop what you doing.
Stop I'm a hater.
Stop what you doing, bro. No, bro. I'm the biggest hater, bro. I'm the biggest hater.
you can be the biggest hater, but I can't hate you. You say it's
you can hate sometimes, bro.
I falling, but I can't get up.
Look, man. I get what you're saying, bro, but see, that's the thing. You have all right. So even to break down crash outs, you got professional crash outs. You got immature crash outs. You got young niggas. Then you got old young niggas. Stop making that face, bro, because every time you make that face, you kill me, and I want to just bust the fuck out. So see, you was trying to do the math. Old young crash out nigga is the nigga who is he like, funny, he like 45, 50-ish. In the full thrown on tracksuit. It's not a Nike Tech, it's like a windbreaker fit from back in the day. You already know. You know what I'm talking about.
That makes the squish sound, the breakaway juice joint.
Yup. And it's the whole thing. He got on a ski.
At 40, he got it on the ski.
He got a ski on. Let him be. Vegeta is what a young crash out.
Vegeta's definitely a crash out. Yep.
I bring it back to be like Vegeta is also a professional crash out. Broly is a professional crash out.
Goku will crash out just for the fame. Just for the fame.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
Just for the fame. I want to crash
yeah.
just for the fame. I just want to fight you. Like, if I'm gonna let you go get stronger so I can catch that fade again, hopefully you can put booster eyes. Like, hopefully.
No.
See, my issue with Soul being a crash out is not that he don't do that. It's that he's a musician first, and y'all are stopping him from making his music, which makes him crash out. So it's like, I get it. Soul, I get it.
No. The thing is, him playing the piano.
Justifiable crash out.
Him playing the piano is for a power up, and him playing it too much fucks up Maka because she can't handle that the chaotic wavelength when he goes off. But he just keeps playing it because he's crashing out and rising in power. So it doesn't have to do, huh? It's after they absorb the black blood. So
you get that nigga.
He found out he had a drop.
He gets a black Air Force that don't know how to act out. I understand. I have a pair right now. I have a dirty and a clean pair.
You better than me, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't think I've ever owned a pair of all blacks.
I got the
Dark Star is a crash out, or Black Star.
Black Star is definitely a crash out.
Black Star is definitely a crash out. We were talking about
Black Star. Yeah, we was, but fuck it, we on crash outs now. My bad. I ain't even mean to switch the topic like that.
What makes a good crash out?
Ooh. They didn't have to fuck with you
Royalty, you've been real quiet this whole argument.
First of all, Matisse been quiet too. Why you?
No, I've been talking.
He got the ad libs on check.
Yeah, I got the ad libs. See what happened was y'all just can't hear me. Y'all just can't hear me. So it's back here. So I can't. Crash House? I'm gonna say my favorite villain is Eren Yeager. I'll go back to that. I agree with that man wholeheartedly. 90% of y'all need to go.
He's a villain?
can
You
be a
know,
protagonist
and that's
and a villain at the
debatable.
same
That's
time.
debatable. For some people, he's a villain. For some people, he's a hero. There you go.
He's a
Yeah, I
cursed
would say
soul.
he's definitely
Cursed
not
soul.
a. He's not a villain at all.
Nah, I'm telling, bro, cursed soul.
I
Cursed soul.
mean,
That's it.
I mean,
Spirit of
he
vengeance.
was he was willing to take out
somebody's
friends to
somebody's
accomplish his
hero
goal.
is somebody else's
That's
villain.
pretty.
What's that, Matisse?
So he was really low key willing to step over everybody to make sure he can achieve what he needed to. That's like low key. Like even the niggas you loved, I'm willing to step over y'all to get what I need done type shit. You feel me? Like
Yeah, but a lot of heroes also exhibit those types of straightforward traits.
nah.
Yeah, because definitely. Like they just there's one goal. They gotta go kill that demon king. Nothing's gonna stop in their way. If you're a demon follower, it cut you down. If you're trying to stall, they're gonna cut you down.
Man, we all have the same mindset, so we would all see that man as a hero, but other people will see that man as a villain. So
what
that's
So
what
of
I'm
course
saying.
you would see him as a hero.
He's
No,
my
look,
hero.
You know, you don't make a good argument. Arguing that he's a hero. You understand the logistics of how that looks?
yeah. Juice is not really in a position to be talking like that.
Why?
That you know, a valid point to make.
Why is that?
Because you are a villain.
'Cause,
Yeah, so.
There you go.
So of course you wouldn't see that as villainous. He's like, of course you have
to do.
a problem.
he did what he had to do.
It
Yeah,
had to get done.
it had to get done.
So I go
Right.
back to my.
Just
Hey.
because you have the mindset of a villain doesn't mean it's not villainous. Like,
You know,
Go back to your point before I bring up an actual argument that I want to have.
go back to who point?
I got actual people or something in the chat. I want to.
holla.
Hold on, real quick.
So confused.
Yeah. I bet.
Hold on, real quick. I'm just gonna say another hero who has a straightforward mindset and won't stop at nothing. Archer from Fate Stay Night. He was ready to kill his younger self to make sure shit went right for the future. Until his younger self decided to get strong enough. That nigga was not a villain.
So we're saying that
He was not a villain.
So you're saying that you're cool as long as the ends justify the means.
No.
Oh. Can you please clarify? So.
Well, because the difference between villainy and just straightforward path to your goal is that villainy, you're actively looking to just fuck all over the people in the long run. There's people like you're crossing off as you end up to your goals. Like you're making sure there's misery left in your path. That's proper villainy. Just because someone, you know, you're focused in doing something and some retard decides to get in your way and you crush them with like your abilities and skills, it doesn't mean like you did it on purpose. You just were doing what you needed to do to get it done, and they decide to come and confront you and be like, ha ha ha, you know, I'm your rival. Nah, shut the fuck up. I got shit to do. And that's it. If you moving, you moving. It's like, why are you stepping in the way? Either keep up or keep out. But villainy, like, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll stop, and then I'll cut off each of your fingers and toes because it's fun. Or I'll tie you on this train track and then I'll watch till the train is about to come and then I'll leave because I'm a villain. Like you're just gonna make them suffer. Someone's going to suffer for your actions, and you take pride in that.
So
That's proper
Totoro's
villainy.
not a villain.
No.
He wants you scared to suffer and make you fight him. But everything.
He's not. He said that's the only way for Yusuke to be able to reach his potential, because they were willing to try other ways. If there was other ways to unlock Yusuke's top potential, they wouldn't have had to do that. But that boy is stubborn as fuck.
As long as you stand to those.
Yeah, that boy is stubborn as fuck. It's like sometimes you do need the belt, you know?
I like how Royals talk.
You made the same face,
I
JT. So shut up. You
I
did. You
did. That's
made
how
the
I
same
know.
face.
That's how I know. 'Cause you got some green juice over there, and I looked up. I'm like, why would
Cause
you
we
say
all
that?
judging juice accordingly.
Oh,
That's why. We all judging juice accordingly.
so
You trying to think
I
differently.
propose. I don't want to get nobody canceled by our fans, or praised unnecessarily by our sick ass fans who might agree. But somebody said before we started recording that Shao Tucker did nothing wrong.
If y'all niggas know me for real, I'ma stand on that one. I said that shit. I kept saying it. I'ma still say it. Shao Tucker did nothing wrong. At the end of the day, Shao Tucker did nothing fucking wrong, bro. Do you want me to rationalize it to you?
Please.
Cause I can.
I
Boom. Okay, so let's really break this down. Number one, Shao Tucker was a what? State-sponsored alchemist.
He's an alchemist at the end of the day.
How long had he been an alchemist?
it's the evil
We don't
act.
really know. We don't really know. We don't really know how long Shao Tucker has been a motherfucking alchemist, but we have to assume that it has been some years. Obviously. The thing with making a chimera is that a chimera is stronger the closer the bond it has with the alchemist.
So he made a strong Pokemon
Yes, he did.
In the long run, yeah.
out of his own
And
blood.
what's another kid? What's another eight? Oh, he.
His
Why
own kid?
did she say that? Why did she say that?
Hey, don't forget the dog.
He made a Pokemon.
So you have to think. Hold up. I got you. So you gotta think about it like this. Boom. Bigger picture. Boom. He has this connection to his daughter. His daughter has the connection to the dog. He has a connection to the dog, the daughter. Boom. So yes, was it morally wrong what he did? Yes.
Incredibly so. Like incredibly so. So, but what? We say he's not a villain.
But he had to do what he had to do to remain a state-sponsored alchemist. Because in the end goal was finding a way to reverse it. That's his point in looking for the Philosopher's Stone.
That's.
Are you done? Are you done? I will hate to interrupt you. I don't want to feel like I'm.
It's the reason why this group identifies as the Legion of Doom.
No.
Like that
There's
whole
levels to this
explanation, I was
shit.
just like, there's reason.
Pat, please may I have a few rebuttals. I have
Get your shit off.
major rebuttals. I have two major rebuttals.
Get your shit off. Get your shit off.
As a father, how come? As speaking as a father, logistically, all of this shit is you supposed to pass on knowledge to your kid, so possibly they can also create the human chimera thing. If that's what you really want to do, if you want to advance humanity, your child has to come along for the ride. Which you took that decision from the child willingly. You knew. He knew. Oh, first mate as so morally, we've already discovered that that's a problem. But as speaking as a father, genetically as passing on the human species, I understand when you love science so much that you do self-testing. That's cool for self-testing. But on your child and the child didn't have enough time to understand alchemy for real. The baby learned the alphabet and numbers. The baby didn't even know no thing yet. They took a dumb baby and took a dumb animal and made a dumb chimera. They didn't even use a good host. He couldn't even wait. He's impatient. He's bad. That's why he got his shit took. He's bad. He could have waited. It's not the evil human transmutation, which is outlawed. Okay, if that's not even the bad part, is that it wasn't successful. So no,
It's not outlawed. For human transmutation wasn't outlawed. It's just forbidden. But they never arrested anyone for doing it because usually they just died.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me hit blunt, and then I'm gonna get to my major issue.
No, that's it. That's the only thing I want to say.
Does anybody have any counter for my father as a father speaks necessary?
Nah.
Anybody?
I do actually. I do as another. Okay, Matisse, you go first.
Absolutely. No, as a parent, absolutely. Nah, it's fucked up. Like, it's not even. Why are we even considering my? I'm not even looking at my child. I'm looking for somebody else. I'm gonna go catch somebody like it in the street and use them. Like, if I'm gonna do anything, like,
I can't get a. You can't. There's a plenty of orphans. It's wartime. Go get an orphan. Go get a puppy. Raise them both. If you really want to be a,
if you really wanted, like, bro, like,
you're all
my blood, nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I couldn't even think of that. That's not even like an option at that point in time.
not even in nature that makes sense. I couldn't even. But if y'all got a rebuttal to it, I would love to hear it.
I do
understand what you're saying. I do. Look, I'm just let me get my shit off and I got you. I understand what you're saying. I do. But yet again, the strongest chimeras are ones that are made with stronger bonds.
That is understood.
Time
I
out.
think that point is understood. It's still
Counter that argument. Any of those chimeras, them niggas facing that tunnel would have tore them apart at any time. So what the fuck are we talking
Or hear me out, right? Matisse said he just gonna go capture somebody off the street. So how he just go capture somebody off the street, capture a pet off the street, lock them niggas up together, they gonna form a bond. Boom.
they already were experimenting on a ton of prisoners.
about? Right.
There you go. Give
Yeah.
them that. Throw a couple pets there. Have them bond.
And he did it, and you
abundant resources.
and you forget that he did it to himself. He ended up doing it to himself as well at the very end.
Do you hear that my argument isn't you using a human or a child for the?
It's using your child. So that's what I want to counter is I think he should have done it first to himself and then done it to his kid. Because once you've increased your own like species or whatever, like that's what he's trying to do, like make chimeras better, and he's also making humans better at the same time to do that fusion. So if you're doing it to yourself, or you want to do it to your kid, do it to yourself first, or like Matisse was saying, see if there's another kid that you can form a bond with, and then fucking do it to them. I don't know, like your fucking brother's, just estranged brother's kid or something, like niece, nephew. Like you can do that, right? You can use them and then do it on your kid after it's been successful, so you can iron out all the wrinkles and shit. Yeah. Because if you're gonna do something, the whole family should be involved. All right, like just the whole upgrade, because
okay, so I got the same thing.
I'm with you. Y'all
We
niggas
had the same thought, like,
I'm just gonna hit my butt.
Hey man, look, I told you, I understand it. I do. I understand what y'all saying, bro. But I'm just saying, I can make an argument for it. Like I really can make an argument for it.
Yeah, you can. But tonight, second.
I think y'all need to just clip that part of Arcade Stoner saying that and then just post it on social media. Watch the responses.
Yo, I don't care, bro.
I know you don't care. That's what I'm saying. Do it.
My second major point to him using his daughter and the dog for the fusion. Mainly, I kind of already said it earlier, but he's bad. It worked, but it didn't fucking work. Because later on in the story, there's damn near a chimera fucking demon thing army. And any one of them could have took Shao Tucker 1v1, despite him being straight out chimera fusion. Each and every one of them. Any one of them. Any one of them.
Because that nigga won't in the field, bro. He wasn't in the field. He's not an
He's not a fighter.
No, because he's not a real nigga, and real niggas shouldn't make decisions like that. That's why. Shao Tucker is always at fault. That's the problem. And evil niggas like that need to be. Look, I'm off the villain. I'm not saying don't be bad people, but to your own kin and to be bad, it's just unforgivable. Yes, he did wrong. Shao Tucker did a lot of things, and that's just two. I'm gonna do a video.
Listen, sometimes sacrifices have to be made on the path to villainy.
Video about all the things Shao Tucker did wrong.
Look, man, that's cool. That's cool, but I'm just saying, just in hindsight, look, just keep a little open
But
mindedness
you
to the
said
fact
he
that
did nothing wrong.
Yeah, he
he
did
did
nothing
nothing
wrong.
wrong. He did nothing wrong, bro.
He did his
He knew
job.
what he had, bro. He knew what he had to do, and that's why he felt the way he did in the end. In the end, had
What
he
fighting
been
game y'all play?
careless,
What fighting game y'all play? Just got about to that virtually. You just, I don't know how y'all guys.
Because then if you're gonna
Y'all
say
play
that Shao Tucker is a villain, then you have to go along the same line and say that Ed and Al are both villains as well, because they tried to resurrect their dead mother
I'm gonna
and then ended up losing their entire body. Ed ended up losing his brother's entire body and transmuting his soul onto a plate of armor, pretty much emptiness. So he's put his brother pretty much up for immortal suffering until that blood mark gets washed off.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah, so he's a villain. They're villains.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because the whole purpose of the story of Full Metal Alchemist is there's no fucking heroes in war, bro.
Yeah, so none of them did anything wrong.
That's the point. That's yet.
So none of them did anything wrong, right? If it's pointing out that there's no heroes and it's a war story, then none of them did anything wrong. So then there's no villains.
Okay, this your man? Hey, Stoner, you agree with this?
There's no villains then. There's no villains in the entire story.
That's nobody. No, we just said there's no hero.
Yeah, so there's no villains. If there's no heroes, there's no villains.
No, that's not necessarily.
That's very true because then it's every person trying to achieve their own goals.
You were saying
right?
He about to crash out, bro.
That is wild.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. So, Rimuru Tempest, give me some. Are you telling me you need heroes and villains? Is that your argument? Is that because
what would a villain be doing if there's no hero countering? Well, it's just a person doing things.
Okay, so let's take that. Oh, are we talking about Full Metal Alchemist? Am I allowed to crash out? I'm gonna crash out.
Go ahead and crash out.
Crash out.
Okay, so in Full Metal Alchemist, there's a legendary storyline of, I don't know, the state alchemist and this little war with these brown people. You know, it just so happens that all the state alchemists were from the white state, and they were doing the bad war crimes to the brown people. Ishbal. So much so that Ishbal rose up with evil demonic state alchemist powers attached to his right arm. Was his right arm or left? One of his arms. One of his arms. And was war criming the state alchemist back. And he was what's called a hero amongst the people, even though he was the number one target of the state alchemist. Because, again, the war crimes. The war crimes. So much war. So many war crimes. Oh, if Geneva Convention was a thing, the state alchemy program not only needed to be shut down, but everybody needs to be. And the Ishbalans, for doing what they did, they were considered evil. However, they didn't start the evil. A lot of it was just farmers minding their own brown ass business. Yet here you are campaigning for the white man, saying that they do no wrong. And
I wouldn't say Scar did anything wrong either, though.
No. You said, and I quote,
"There's no villains."
They did nothing wrong. You can do.
I didn't. Did I say nothing wrong? I said there's people doing things. Because you said there's no heroes, so there's no heroes and there's no villains. There's people doing things.
Yes, because that's war. Yes, that's war. Bad things. Some things are objectively bad things to do. Like there's no morals.
No. Morals and ethics are involved. Like these, they were doing immoral things to get shit done.
Killing, maiming, and burning down houses because the op list is a wrong thing to do, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
No matter who your op is. if your op is white or brown, just discriminately destroying territory is the wrong thing to do. We've talked about this. We've had whole classes about this. Where was you during Black Registration Month? God damn, when all the white people was mad about how we bended.
See, one of the problems though is that people never prepare themselves for war before it happens, and I think that's one of the travesties that really you know.
You sound like you victim.
I'm not victim blaming at all. I'm just saying that's one of the tragedies.
You're like, I guess they consider staying ready. So
they should have seen. Honestly, if you're neighboring next to a country and they're preparing for war, and your dumb ass doesn't also start preparing for war just in case things happen, I think it's an oversight. Not that you deserve what happened, but it's an oversight on your observational skills.
He hasn't seen the enemy in some time.
Because I'm glad to see that one Ishvalan decided to take things to the extreme and go and do this. They should have like set up a crew or something of them doing that shit. Then that would have been excellent. You know that would have been a great show for a war. Because this is war. You want to do that type of shit. Like you want to be dirty about it, right? Let's get dirty. You know, someone does this shit to you, do it back. Even worse. Show them that you ain't to be played with, and if you going down, you taking them with you. I think that's just where they kind of slipped up a little bit.
If I may, the reason why, I don't know if you forgot, but they were religious people and all that extra.
Those are the most violent people from what I've seen.
Yeah, in the white people world, yeah, but this violence is kind of cool a little bit. Yeah, they had some internal conflict, but never.
That's where they fucked up. That's where they fucked up. It should be yin yang. You should always be able to have that violence ready when even though you're at peace. What is it? You're more useful as a soldier who's become a gardener than you are a gardener in the war.
Everybody not built like that, which brings me back to the point of blowing up the op's house indiscriminately and shit, and it's wrong because a gardener might live there, a fucking baby might live there. It could be.
That's why you wait till they're out. Oh, if you don't want to be a villain, then you make sure there's no collateral. You empty.
Now you're giving a point that they just want to make. It was bullshit.
Now you moving the goalpost.
I ain't moving the goalpost. I'm just saying there's no villains in there because they was all doing things. They were all doing things.
Yeah, it's not that there's no villains. My argument is that there's all villains. It's like, oops, all villains. Like,
and I'm saying they're not all villains because there's no heroes, so there's no need for villainy. This is just people doing people shit.
Yeah, people are bad.
Yeah,
that part.
But they're not villains.
That part. No,
being a villain doesn't. Because being a villain doesn't mean you're bad.
Look.
So what makes you a villain? What makes you a villain and not just a bad guy? I know.
What makes me a villain? The fact y'all call me a villain all the time. So
I mean, if it look like
you refer to yourself as a villain, sir.
Right.
You said you retired a villain suit and need a new one. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, like, it's a villain suit. No, I'm not gaslighting you. It is a villain suit. I didn't call myself a villain though.
What? Yo, Matisse, Stoner, Jacob,
I only started calling myself villain when you guys said I'm a villain. And Matisse called me a villain the most.
You call yourself a villain, if not every day.
I embrace what you guys call me. It's the culture, right?
Who started it?
How did I start it?
I don't know.
By being a villain. Alright, I love you.
Okay, I do know where it came from because I did start in 2023 New Year's resolution called New Year Worse Me, but it was not a villainy thing, and I just spoke about the New Year Worse Me, and then someone started calling me a villain and it stuck. So it really wasn't me. No, because that's the truth. We got the chat notes for it all.
No. So that brings you to my point. What makes you a villain is how many people call you a villain. That's my argument. It's like you can see yourself as a hero. You can just see yourself as just doing shit. But if enough people see it in wrong of what you're doing, that makes you a villain. That's enough.
But if you
wait a second.
If you aren't labeling yourself as such,
let me cross the bridge to get there. But if enough people label you that shit good, like they fucking with what you're doing, you're labeled a hero and sometimes a champion. You don't get to choose. However,
I
in
think
reality, when you're doing war, ain't no heroes. The only heroes are people that are trying to stop it, are actively like, I just want to do it. Those are heroes. People that are still maintaining like bathrooms and toilets and shit, doing while state alchemists is blowing shit up. People that are maintaining electricity boxes while stars out here blowing buildings up. Those are fucking heroes. You want to talk about heroes? Those are the heroes. But a state alchemist, shit for the state, for the state? No, fuck, no.
they didn't have no electricians. Those were state alchemists too.
You know what?
Look,
I have
though.
a, oh.
Oh no! Get your shit on. Get your shit on.
No. I was just gonna make an analogy. Do y'all watch The Boys?
Yes.
Yeah.
We all know Homelander.
Yeah.
All right, so we all know that there is half of the people, well, probably more than half of the people that's fighting against Homelander because they don't like the shit that he does, and then there's people for him that is supporting that motherfucker because they love that shit what he does. So that's what like really showing the difference between villainy and heroism is which side of the team you on.
It's what you believe in.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say is I didn't say all them niggas was right. No. I just said
Shao Tucker did
I
nothing
can't-
wrong.
Shao Tucker did nothing wrong, bro. He did nothing wrong.
I'm
I'm
telling
gonna
you,
stand on
that
business.
clip
Stand-
right there,
stand on
that
business,
clip
bro.
right there.
Stand on business,
Post it
bro.
on social media. Post
Don't
it on
worry,
Instagram
don't worry.
And put
Look.
a poll.
I see nothing.
Shout to her, nothing wrong.
On everything I love, bro. On everything I love, on
Hey,
everything.
brother.
Arcade Stoner. I stand on this shit, bro.
Damn.
Stand on it.
Nigga Shao Tucker did nothing wrong. At all. Did nothing wrong.
You're gonna get you guys can purchase a shirt with that saying and Arcade Stoner's face on it at our next showing at whatever con we go to.
Yeah, I want a hoodie, Juice. Let me get one.
I gotta turn that feature back on. I left it off
yeah.
for now.
I'm gonna put my name on the back.
Just know that, bro. The nigga Shao Tucker did nothing wrong. I can
That
stand
nigga
on that one.
foul. And
That's crazy.
JT the comic is here to say that nigga is foul and don't deserve no redemption. That nigga needs to go under the earth for what he did to his daughter. And all disrespect, fuck Shao Tucker. Dishonor on him. Dishonor on his
Dishonor
family.
your cow.
Dishonor on his cow. Fuck Shao Tucker. Long way with an AIDS written dick. On me and my kid.
Hey, man, guess who just checked in? Guess who just checked the fucking man?
The Gremlin.
The motherfucking gremlin. The gremlin just checked in. I can't show y'all the chat name, but that's all y'all get for free, bro. That's all y'all get for free.
I don't even know what the fuck
I
that
couldn't
said.
even read. I couldn't even read.
Word.
Real loud.
Let me just go through the various chats and pinpoint.
Right, that's
Uh,
so tell me what's that.
No, I think that's the Facebook
Literally.
one.
yeah. But at what cost lint liquor?
Who's it called the cutie queen? You lit liquor.
Shao Tucker is a
Gremlin. Look, man, shouts out to the gremlin, bro. So bad, so sad that you couldn't be here with us. Checking it live and direct for the fact. But you know what, gremlin? You still ain't but this big.
It's like an ant with a yam.
Pocket size. Get you
I ain't
one.
bragging again.
She's 6
And like
foot.
this.
Fuck you talking.
This big with the yams.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, everybody had jokes, but I had Joe back.
Fun.
Love you, Gremlin.
I live in the same state, y'all.
You could outrun her. You just gotta take a lot of quick steps.
You
I don't know,
told.
bro.
Just take
I'm
one
not-
large step and you'll be alright.
You guys are very greatly misjudging the range of a 9mm.
Hey, look, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not.
Mm-hmm.
Just what the
That,
nigga what
that's
the nigga
finely tuned the
Lightning
blood.
McQueen say? He said serpentine, serpentine, serpentine. Yeah, you just gotta bob and weave, my nigga. Bob and weave, my nigga.
Plus, you ain't got to worry about a 9mm because I don't think she still replaced the one her sister lost.
Nani?
You know exactly what I'm talking about too.
I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. So I'm gonna get my black ass over here. Mind my business.
It's your boy JT. It's been a pleasure.
But yeah, that is.
That's it.
Yeah, we are pretty much at the end of this particular episode for our debates, but definitely tune into the next one. We should have some more interesting topics. If you do have any ideas of what you would like to hear us discuss, you can definitely drop it in the comments and check out our social media on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Blue Sky, Twitter, you know, all that shit. It's normally under the same name, Indie Nerd Collective. Also, don't forget to check out everyone's streams. Royalty has one on Twitch. I believe it's under Royalty.
Royalty 141.
Royalty 141, and then Matisse has his as well. If you could share with the video crew there, good sir.
The Cheese_TSK on Twitch, and then you got same thing at Instagram as well.
That's right. So if you're having issues remembering it, just remember it's Matisse _
Yes.
Tisk, you know, when someone's disappointed in you. And he'll be disappointed if you don't follow everyone on the Twitch and Instagram and all that shit. JT, I believe you got some shit to share because JT, the comic here, he is an actual comic. It's not just in his name. I don't know if he has any upcoming shows he wants to share.
I do not buy comic. It's more so like listening, like the name of the channel. I'm really just I'm coming up in the open mic scene in Chicago. So if you in the Chicagoland area, open mic, either come through, like I know about it already, and come through and slide, or notify me. You reach out, maybe we can do something. I'm into content creation. We outside this Chicago's one of the most beautiful and funniest cities in the world. So I'm outside. Link up. Also, ASIN 2025, I will be there with camera. We will be out there taking pictures. Ideally, might have to ship the exclusive followers, but we could work out. But that's really it. Appreciate the time. Appreciate, y'all letting me be here. Appreciate the time.
Oh, absolutely. And if you do go to see him, keep your baby mamas at home.
Man, keep her locked up, tied up. Don't let them outside when JT's in the streets.
That's right. And if you do bring him, make sure you got him on a leash.
Juice, that's your thing.
Oh yeah, it is.
Don't keep your girl around me. Play it for
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in.